In this video, we're discussing 9 mistakes that are preventing you from hitting Unreal Rank. But fear not, my friends, we aren't just here to expose your slip-ups. Today, I'm going to make you a better player. So make sure to watch the entire video so we can turn your mistakes into game-winning plays. Man's getting better, fam. Mistake number 1, landing in the wrong spot. The last thing you want to do is land in the most populated area on the map. You'll risk getting wiped by the person who landed 0.2 seconds before you. These are the places you should avoid. Instead, consider landing at one of these locations. They offer ample loot, less contested drops, and safer rotations into key areas with loot already in your pocket. A landing strategy that I use is seeing how contested I am during my drop. If the area is clear, I'll prioritize pushing a movement item like the katana, ODM, or web slingers first. But if it's heavily contested, I'll prioritize pushing weapons and heals first. Judge the situation and make your first move accordingly. It's like a game of chess. I never played chess before, bruv. Mistake number 2, poor inventory management. After landing, it's time to start gearing up. One of the biggest mistakes I see is players prioritizing the wrong items. The early, mid, and late game points need different strategies to succeed. Know which item to use when to increase your chances of survival. For example, the combat shotgun offers strong early game presence. You can spam this weapon on a player who might not have the right mobility or utility to get away. But this weapon should be switched later to the Havoc as it's more useful mid to late game. In my next video, we're discussing each weapon in depth and their usefulness in ranked games. Mistake number 3, taking the wrong shield. There are 9 types of shields for your inventory in Fortnite Ranked right now. Minis, big pots, slurp juices, slap juices, chug splashes, shield kegs, shield fish, mushrooms, and chug cannons. But which ones do you take? I personally take chug splashes for emergency situations for me and my teammate, minis for low shield, and big pots or shield fish when necessary. Slap juice when you need to replenish health or shield and gain a short stamina boost. These are used early to mid game but can also be used late game for rotations. Shield kegs for when a lot of shield is needed, but priority should always be slurp juices. They max your health and shield over a period of time. Get these from weapon caches, vaults, or the loot island circle. You should prioritize only one inventory slot for shields at a time. Mistake number 4, a lack of map awareness. Always keep an eye on the map to avoid getting caught in a tight spot. Keep up with the zone closure and estimate where the game is likely to end. Don't run in open space, play bush to bush, building to building. A game of 0 build ranked can be over within seconds versus a team of good coordination and aim. You need to have this in the back of your mind with every rotation that you do. What? You telling me I can't just run up on man? Drills. Just shush for a second and listen. The first team that gets the early engagement are way more likely to win. Good players will always prioritize their position and know how to play each area to their advantage. Learn the map, push high grounds, and don't move until you've assessed the area. Mistake number 5, ignoring sound. Sound is more important in ranked than ever. Hearing for incoming ODMs, players using katanas, and weapon fire can all play out in your favor. Fortnite has the visual sound effects tool. Use this feature to know what move to make next. If you see footsteps, how do you play around a building to get an advantage? If players are using ODM, can you shoot them out and force them to take full damage? Here's my recommended sound settings for what I use whilst playing Fortnite. Mistake number 6, forgetting mobility. How many times have you filled your inventory with guns and heals because you thought it would give you the best chance to win? Wrong. In ranked, you're getting punished if you can't get across areas quickly. Mobility items like the katana, ODM, and web slingers are a must. Keep in mind how many charges you've got left on your katana or web slingers and the cooldown of your ODM gear. Don't get caught after just using them with no charges or cooldown left. You can also use these items in the storm to escape chasing players. They'll allow you to re-wrap quickly and rethink a new strategy for the match. If you're caught running in open areas with 0 mobility, then you're setting yourself up for absolute disaster. Mistake number 7, rushing every fight. Good players know how to survive, so it's important you know how to counteract that. Constantly pushing players puts your position at risk. Even though there's no builds in this game mode, porta bunkers are a great way of slowing down the pace of a fight. If you're planning on staying in this area for a while, use your porta bunkers back to back to cover you from all angles. And instead of W keying, rotate smartly using the tips I've already given you. Use these bunkers on high ground to damage players rotating. This lets you be the third party and clean up kills without risking your match. 8. You hear that, cuz? Man's got a bunker now. Mistake number 8, tunnel vision. It's so easy to become fixated on a single player after you've seen or weakened them. Problem is, if you tunnel too much, you lose track of what's happening around you. And in ranked, everyone's looking for that free kill to gain more points and placements. Rather than tunneling, pop shots into a player until they hide or you've got them weak. Make a decision if you want to rush the player, especially if you've got coordinated team movement. If not, then check your surroundings. Earlier, we spoke about the visualize sound effect tool in the sound settings. Remember, every other player is using this as well, so they can see your shots from a fair distance away. Every shot you take will most likely draw more people in. Keep that in mind before your next engagement. Before addressing our final mistake, if you feel like you've learned something to improve your game, please consider liking the video and subscribing. It helps a lot. And don't forget to use creator code Stallion in the item shop and code Stallion10 for 10% off at fnatic.com/shop. Mistake number 9, panicking under pressure. Picture this. You're in the heart-pounding heat of battle and the victory is within your grasp, but suddenly panic sets in, clouding your judgment and causing you to press every button on your keyboard and eventually dying. It's a common mistake. Don't worry. And this is something that gets better with time and experience. Play ranked regularly to keep up with the high skill gaps. Learn the new metas each season. You're gonna lose a lot, but it's natural. Don't get discouraged by it. Try to stay level-headed in tough situations. And definitely don't be like my man Drills. Bro, I swear down, I've just died again. Mans can't deal with this anymore, fam. Now, if you've learned anything from this video, then I definitely recommend watching these ones.